Today we're going to be taking a gander at the second generation HTC EVO 4G phone. This is the HTC EVO Shift 4G, and it's for Sprint. $150 with a 2-year contract after a $100 mail-in rebate. The EVO Shift's competition are the Motorola Droid 2, T-Mobile G2, and Samsung Epic 4G. How will this phone stack up against that ruthless band of three musketeers? We're going to find out in this review. The most obvious thing about the new HTC EVO Shift 4G is the fact that it has a slide-out QWERTY keyboard that functions very similarly to the Motorola Droid 2s. It's not like the T-Mobile G2s where it flips out in a nice fluid way. It also lacks that nice snapping action found on the Samsung Epic 4G, and when we go to slide the keyboard out, the volume keys are kind of in the way. Aside from that, the keyboard is nicely laid out. We love the function button for quick functions, and it has a 4-way directional pad in the bottom right corner. It's a little clunky. It's not that necessary. We use the touchscreen most of the way. Speaking of touchscreens, the HTC EVO Shift 4G has a 3.6-inch WVGA capacitive touchscreen with fantastic touch sensitivity, especially on the haptic feedback buttons, home, menu, back, and search on the bottom of the screen. It's one of the smoothest, most responsive capacitive touchscreens we've had in the labs in quite some time. The rest of the EVO Shift 4G's architecture is fairly minimal. The phone lacks a camera button, and in order to get to the included 2GB micro SD card slot, we have to take the battery out and pull a little latch. One nice thing about the EVO Shift 4G is its build quality. We have a nice brushed metal frame surrounding the capacitive touchscreen, and the plastic back has a nice rubberized texture with a matte finish. Inside the HTC EVO Shift 4G lurks an 800 MHz second generation Snapdragon chipset. The phone also has HTC Sense in collaboration with Android 2.2. So the Shift 4G offers one of the fastest browsing and navigation experiences within the smartphone realm. In addition to 4G hotspot connectivity, the phone has Wi-Fi, it has stereo Bluetooth, GPS. The phone is pretty much loaded. So let's take a little tour with the Shift 4G. Here's a little tour of the HTC EVO Shift 4G. As we can see, we get that nice fluid sense experience, and it gives us leap, allowing us to pinch the screen and select which page we want. Home page out of 7, and we have the ability to touch the screen and add a widget, application, shortcut, or folder. Here's our list of widgets. Most of them are HTC, and the rest are Android. This phone functions very well horizontally, so that's a definite plus. Here's a look at our bookmarks widget, and we can keep all of our favorite web pages selected like this. We'll tap on one here, and we can pinch to zoom in the browser, double tap to zoom. Now here we're playing a YouTube video in our browser, but as you can see, the frame rate is just cannot match the audio. So it's best to watch videos in YouTube, and speaking of YouTube, we get high quality YouTube. So here's our browser. And there we have high quality YouTube. Here's a look at the keyboard on the Shift 4G. There's a function button, a .com function key, smileys. It's a nice layout, and this is the 4-way directional pad, and that allows us to basically scroll up and down. And this phone is just polished. Let's check out people. Here we can slide over. We've got all, groups, online directories, and call history all in one neat little package. And there's also Friend Stream for keeping tabs on Twitter and Facebook contacts. As we can see here, we could even post a status right from the top. And the Android market has been redesigned. Check this out. Let's flip it this way. And it's just mainly an aesthetic change, but it's a little prettier. Of course, 3D gaming is no problem. Although the HTC EVO Shift 4G only has one microphone, its call quality was excellent. There was minimal to no background noise. Calls were clear and crisp, so we had no complaints when it came to call quality. As far as battery life, expect somewhere within the ballpark of the Motorola Droid 2. It's along the middle to upper echelon of battery life. It's definitely nowhere near a BlackBerry battery life, but if you limit your wireless and 4G connectivity, your gaming, talking, internet browsing, which are all the things that the phone is designed for, then you'll get better battery quality. It feels odd to say this after having seen so many bland and blah camera phones, but the HTC EVO Shift 4G actually cranked out a very decent image performance. The phone has a 5 megapixel camera and is capable of capturing 720p HD videos up to 30 frames a second. In bright light, we were able to attain a level of detail that most phones couldn't match, and the phone's robust manual controls helped when it came to image adjustments. In low light, the Shift 4G's sensitivity was not bad, but with the combination of the excellent white balance and LED flash, most phones could not touch the Shift 4G when it came to low light shooting. We were highly impressed in video mode as well, except for audio recording. Audio recording was junk, but aside from that, the video quality mirrored that of the still image quality. Now here's the camera interface. It's one of the best parts of the Shift 4G. We can just get in and out, taking pictures with ease. There we have brightness, contrast, saturation, and sharpness. We have all of our filtered image effects here. And then our main settings. We could even choose ISO, resolution, widescreen quality, self-timer, you name it. I mean, this phone is stacked and it's just so easy to get in and out. Our zoom is right there. Flash settings is our gallery. And if we want to share anything, Facebook, Flickr, Gmail, Picasa, YouTube, you name it. And we have pinch and zoom capability. Very sleek. The HTC EVO Shift 4G is a very good phone. It follows within the legacy of the original EVO 4G. This phone is more for the avid messenger. It's for the social network fiend. The Shift 4G is speedy as hell, it packs in plenty of features, and it has a good camera. We would place the EVO Shift 4G a step above the T-Mobile G2 and Motorola Droid 2. However, when it comes to the Samsung Epic 4G, both phones are fairly matched because the Epic 4G has that nice, tasty MOLED screen and front-facing camera. So let those two features be the deciding factor, but the HTC EVO Shift 4G is definitely a winner in our book. For InfoSync World, I'm Mike Perlman.